Yeah, the live will actually start in like few minutes. Okay, so just stay tuned here. Yeah, today we'll discuss about the paper 2. Yeah, just wait for a while. Wait for a few minutes for other students to join. So how was the paper 1 so far? Is the first paper like really the hard? Yeah, if the paper 1 you never see anything to do with like vector velocity, it might come out in another paper. Yeah, make sure you get ready for the second paper. I guess most of you actually will have your second paper tomorrow, isn't it? Like afternoon tomorrow. Is it most of you actually from Malaysia? Yeah, 11 to 1 p.m. Yes, same with my student. Wow, we have from Singapore and then Indonesia and some other country as well. Good to know that actually Indonesia also like take the same paper. All right, so I guess the discussion will start in 5 minutes. So please be patient. So yeah, you all can like chit chat on the chat room over there and try to know each other. Yeah, the paper will start discussed in just 5 minutes. All right. Yeah, I guess most of the May June student will have the second paper tomorrow. For those students who are like not really good on the topics of relative velocity, please go to check out my video. I have around I think I have more than 10 video about relative velocity because students just so worried about that topic. So I make a lot of video about that topic. Yes, I think Elvin is from Singapore also, right? I'm I'm a teacher. This is what I do for a living. Yeah, of course I do teach the private tuition also, which I will charge student like per hour, something like that lah. Vertex actually means the highest point. If you have the triangle like this, right, this is a vertex, and here will be the vertex. Mean the corner point, normally we'll call vertex, or highest point, something like that. Good to know that I have some fans here. But I just try my best to like guide you all on the exam tomorrow. Yeah, I live in Kuala Lumpur. Kuala Lumpur is a city of Malaysia. For kinematic, most of the time is on radian, but sometimes the exam can accept your answer in degree also. Is there a chance of same topic repeating in paper 2? Yes. Like a loss of year, like trigo, they will come out in both paper, or sometimes differentiation, they will come out in both paper, and or even integration, they will come out in both paper. Means whatever you see in paper 1, it might come out on the paper 2 as well. Math beast, what is that? Yeah, Alvin, good to know that you come to KL. Welcome to Malaysia. Yeah, I think topic like set or relative velocity or kinematic, this kind of topic I think won't repeat because it's not considered like very famous topic. Yeah, I heard my students say the trigo, the solving part haven't come out yet. So yeah, maybe you can focus on that as well. Yeah, we actually start now. All right, so yeah, I will try to finish the paper 2 within 1 hour, maybe 1 hour plus, and then after that, yeah, I will leave like I will give you all like half an hour for Q&A section. So yeah, if you have any question about that paper, maybe you just mark it down and then you're trying to ask me later. Okay, so right now I will try to share my screen, and I hope you can actually see it. If you can't see it, just let me know. So the first thing I hope all of you actually can see the paper. Okay, so if all of you okay, then I will start discuss about this 2017 February and March paper. All right, so let's have a look on the first question first. Of course, you have some formula here. Yeah, sometimes you use it, sometimes you don't. Okay, let's have a look on the first question. So whenever you see the modulus over here, the modulus just means if I remove the modulus, mean if I move the modulus to the other side, it just means positive negative. So what do I means over here is this is 5 minus 3x. The modulus I move to the other side, it just become positive negative 10. So that means you will have two possibility, which is 5 minus 3x equals to 10, or 5 minus 3x equals to negative 10. So therefore, you can easily get the answer. Negative 3x equals to 5, and then x will equals to 5 over negative 3. Or you have second answer, negative 3x will equals to negative 15. And then x will equals to 5. Okay, this is how to do when you have the modulus over there. Okay, and then for the second question, the value v dollar of a car age t years is given this equation. And then write down the value of the car when it was new. When you see the word write down, normally you don't need to do much calculation on it. So write down means basically the answer is very obvious. Somehow it's just 1 mark. So what you can do over here is, since the car is new, so I know the time haven't started to count. So the time should be 0. Because if I write t equals to 1, means the car already like 1 year old already. So since the car is new, so I just substitute 0 into the t. So I have 1, 2, 0, 0, 0, and then e power of, the whole thing multiply t just power of 0. So you'll get 1, 2, 0, 0, 0. This one should be your answer in dollar. Right, so, okay, find the time it takes for the value to decrease to 2/3 of the value of the new car. Okay, so since this is the value of the new car, so I want to know like after reduced to 2/3 already, so like how much it is. So I just have 2/3 multiply the new value over here. And then you should be able to get 8,000. So that means the question trying to say is like, how long actually it will take to actually reduce the car price to 8,000? So now I will use the equation given. So I will say 12000 e power of negative 0.2t will equal to 8,000. Then I just solve this equation, I can easily get my t value. So the first thing is definitely I will move my 12,000 to the other side. And then I will simplify. Okay, then this one is basically is 2/3. So e negative 0.2t equals to 2/3. You know, if you want to solve the e, basically you have to add ln for both sides, isn't it? So when you add ln for both sides, this power you can move in front, and then it will become 0.2t. And ln e just equals to 1. Just for your information, ln e is equals to 1. Remember this. Because ln e basically means log base e. Same base and same number equals to 1. So the whole thing is just like multiply 1 equals to ln 2/3. So t is just like, yeah, you can use the calculator like ln 2/3 divided by -2. So it's just ln 2/3. This one, negative 0.2 to the other side, is just divide negative 0.2. And then calculator should be able to get you the answer. So ln 2/3, ln 2/3 multiply negative 0.2. Am I do any mistake here? Because the answer doesn't make sense here. Okay, let me see. Divided by 0.2. Divided by 0.2. Yep, I will get the answer is 2.027. Yes. Or I think approximate, so you can say t equals to 2. I guess you will still get a full mark for this. Okay. Okay, for this one, it's just 1 mark. Show that px can be written like this. So normally what I will do is I will just expand it. I will just like x multiply for the first one, for the second one, for the third one, just expand it like normal. So I will say px, yeah, just equals to x power of 4 minus x cubed minus 4x squared plus 4x minus x cubed plus x squared plus 4x minus 4. And then you can see how to solve this one. X power of 4, this one and this one I solve, minus 2x cubed. And then x squared, this one I solve this one, I will get negative 3x squared. And then 4x plus 8x minus 4. Yeah, right, sure. Just expand it. This one is just like bonus mark. It's just like 1 mark. Yeah, if possible, you're trying to live in 3 significant figures. So that means this one you can simplify to 0.3 if you want. But I checked the marking scheme, actually they can accept 2.027. So I guess should be okay. Okay, hence write down, write PS as the product of the linear factor. Linear factor means what? Means later, your PX actually you will have so many brackets. So when I say linear factor means you cannot have the x power inside the bracket must be always power 1. You cannot be like x squared here. If you have something like x squared minus 4 here, this one is not linear factor, so this is wrong. Linear factor means x must be power 1. All right, this one you have to be very careful. Okay, so yeah. So I will solve this one. Okay, so what I will do over here is I will let fx equals to maybe x cubed minus x squared minus 4x plus 4. So what I do is I let this one become fx. Then I try the f1, do a try and error to find out the factor. All right, so this is 1 minus 4 plus 4. So I get 0. So therefore, I know x minus 1 is a factor of fx. Then I will just factorize this one. So, or I can use long division if I want. So x cubed minus x squared minus 4x plus 4 divided by x minus 1. Then I use long division here. So x squared, I will get x cubed minus x squared. I got 0 here, minus 4x. So here I will just write, okay, I will just write plus 0 because I want 2 terms. So this one will be plus 4, then here will be minus 4. So I will get this one. So therefore, because this is my answer, right? So if this is my answer, and this one is one of the factor, and I have another one here. So therefore, I know basically my PX is actually x minus 1 multiplied with x minus 1 multiplied with x squared minus 4. Of course, because this is not the linear factor, so I will simplify again. So I will just write like this. This one, both is the same, I will square it. And then this one is x squared minus 2 squared. So this one should be x plus 2, x minus 2. Okay, done. This one should be your final answer. Okay, number 4, find the values of k for which the line and the curve do not touch do not intersect means what? Mean b squared minus 4ac less than 0. Whenever you see do not intersect, just mean b squared minus 4ac less than 0. But in order to do this one, you need to have the general equation, which is ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. So in order to have this one, you need to do the substitution. Substitute y into the y. So I will have 3x plus k equals to 2x squared minus 3x plus 4. Right, so then this one equals to 0. And then I will solve this one, minus 6x plus 4 minus k. All right, then I will sub the things into the b squared minus 4ac here. So my b, so sin does not intersect b squared minus 4ac less than 0. This is something very important. So my b is negative 6. Square minus 4, my a is 2, c is 4 minus k, less than 0. So this is 36 minus, oops, which is not. 8 multiplied 4 will be negative 32 plus 8k less than 0. So 8k will be less than negative 4. K will be less than negative 1 over 2. Yeah, just like this. All right, so I guess it should be okay. Very easy. Okay, so the diagram of the trapezium made from a rectangle. So you have a rectangle and right angle triangle. The dimension in the centimeters of the rectangle and triangle are shown. So the area in square centimeters of the trapezium is this one. So yeah, we know the area for the whole thing. Yeah, basically we got the area. Oops. Yeah, basically the area is equals to 13 plus 5 sub 5. All right, so without using the calculator, find the value of x in this form. All right, so basically you just need to apply in the trapezium formula. So area basically equals to half a plus b multiply height. So this one I will call it a, and this one I will call it b. And then this one will be the height. So yeah, so a will be from here to here. So I will just apply the trapezium formula. So I will say half my a here is basically the same length here. So it will be 3 plus sub 5 plus b. b is a total length here. So it will be 3 plus sub 5 plus sub 20. Multiply with the height. The height is just x. And then you will get 13 plus 5 sub 5. Okay, so yeah, so what you need to do is you will solve this one. So the first thing I will do over here is I will basically move the half to the other side. You just multiply 2 here. Okay, so yeah, here I will just plus them together. Okay, okay, 3 plus 3, I get 6. Sub 5 plus sub 5, I get 2 sub 5. And square root 20 means actually is 2 sub 5, all right? So plus another 2 sub 5 here. And then this is x equals to 26 plus 10 sub 5. And then I will move the whole thing to the other side, it becomes divide. This one will be 6 plus 2 sub 5 plus 2 sub 5, you get 4 sub 5. All right, and then yeah, number is very big, so I don't like number so big. So I try to like factorize out 2 from all. So become 13 plus 5 sub 5. Oops. Sub 5. Power of, I multiply 2. This is 3 plus 2 sub 5. Bracket of 2. Then 2 and 2 I simplify. Because number looks smaller. And then the next step I will do is the rationalize. So I will multiply 3 minus 2 sub 5. Whenever this is plus, just multiply the same thing with my negative. Yeah, then you should be able to get the correct answer. So you just like multiply the bottom is just 3 square minus 2 sub 5 square. Okay, so the top you have to like do one by one. So this will be 39. And then minus 26 sub 5, and then plus 15 sub 5, and then this one will be 10 plus minus 50. All right, then yeah, you can do the rest. So this one should be negative 11 sub 5 minus 11 over. The bottom is what? 9 minus 20. This one is 11. Negative 11, sorry. So this one is just sub 5 plus 1. Okay, so yeah, this is, okay, you have to live in that pattern now, 1 plus sub 5. Because the question asks you to live in this pattern. Okay, so far so good. Okay, if okay, we'll move on to question number 6. So express this one in the form ax power of b here. So yeah, this one is not too bad. So what I will do is, yeah, I can separate it like one by one if I want. So this one is basically like cube root negative 8 multiply with cube root x power 9. And then I multiply with this one. This one is x power of negative 3. 6 root means what? Power 1 over 6. Okay, so this one is just negative 2. So this is just negative 2. This one is just x power of 3. And then multiply with x power of negative 2. Yeah, oh, sorry, it's not -2. I mean, -1/2. So this one is just like -2, and then this is plus, so it will be x power of 5/2. 3 minus 1/2. Right, so yeah, this one should be your answer. So hence solve this one. So since need to solve this one, so I know the whole thing is basically equals to here. So it's -2 x 5/2 equals to -6250. So x 5/2, it just become this number divided by -2. So yep, -6. So 650, 6250, 6250 divided by 2, 25. So x is just 3125. Power of 5/2 will become 2/5. Okay, so power of 2/5. You get x equals to 25. Okay, so yeah, I hope you get the idea like how to do this kind of question. Okay, in this one, it's given that this equation where a is a positive integer. Okay, explain why x must be greater than 0.7. Whenever you see something like this, it means if the x is not greater than 0.7, you will get math error, something like this. So whenever I look through here, this one is something this might be useful here. Because I know log 0 actually equals to math error. Alright, so or log with the any negative value, you also will get a math error. So that means this value inside here, the 4x minus 3 cannot be 0 or negative. So I will say 4x minus 3 must be bigger than 0. So 4x must be bigger than 3. So x must be bigger than 3/4. So therefore x must greater than 0.75. Okay. So yeah, and then show that the y can be written like this. So basically you just need to factorize this one. So yep, so y is basically, so if I factorize out the log a here, never mind. Before I do the factorization, so what I will do over here is I will try to separate them. This is log a plus log ax plus log a. The 2 I will move up to become the power here, square, minus 1. Okay, why do I do that? Because I know that log a equals to 1. 1 minus 1 you simplify, then no more already. So y is basically, then you left these two terms, isn't it? Then I will factorize out the log a, x, this one will become multiply, 4x minus 3 squared. So therefore, this one will become log a, x multiplied with 16x squared minus 24x plus 9. Then we can do the one last step here. Y equals to log a, x you multiply in, so you will get 16x cubed minus 24x squared plus 9x. Yeah, right, Sean. Okay, so yeah, find the values of x when y equals to log a 9x. Since we have the y here, right? The y actually is the whole thing here. So since y equals to that thing, so I will say I can copy the whole thing here. So which is the log a 16x cubed minus 24x squared plus 9x equals to log a 9x. Log a and log a I can simplify. Then 9x and 9x cut become 0. So therefore 16x cubed minus 24x squared equals to 0. I factorize out 8x squared, I will get 2x minus 3 equals to 0. Then I will have two answers here. 8x squared equals to 0 or 2x minus 3 equals to 0. X equals to 0. This one x equals to 3 over 2. But I will reject this one because of what? Because if you look back on the equation here, you have this thing. If x equals to 0, then the whole thing here will become the math error. So what you need to do is, you cannot let x equal to 0. So I only have one answer, which is 3 over 2. Okay, so this is log. I hope you can understand that. Okay, so far so good. Just give me a rest for 2 minutes maybe. Yeah. I have 10 minutes left, so I just rush everything without blah, 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 blah. Can you go back to the part 1? What do you mean by part 1? This one? B part 1? Yeah, so please watch more relative velocity video. Good night for Robin Hong. Yeah, I will discuss about the function, but I don't think I will skip because I just trying to go through all the question. Maybe you can come back in like 10 or 20 minutes, or maybe you watch the live video later. Okay, if no problem, then we will move on to number 7. So calculates the magnitudes and bearing of the resultant velocity. Actually, I made one video specially for this question, but if just in case you haven't seen that video, so I'm trying to like teach you this 5-mark question. So basically now your objective is to get the resultant velocity, and then you have two velocity here. One is the velocity of 10 with the bearing of 240. The other one is the velocity of 5, and then the bearing is due sub. Okay, so this one is the velocity with the direction. Velocity with the direction, or you can call it bearing. So what I will do over here is, I will just sketch this one out. So 140, if this one is the north here, 240 is somewhere here. So this one will be 240 degree here. And then, this is your vector. Okay, so just let me just make it nicer. Okay, so this one will be your vector. And then velocity of it is 10. And then this one is just due sub. So so the velocity equals to 5. Okay, now if you want to find the resultant velocity, that means these two vectors you need to join together to actually form a resultant vector, right? If you learn about vector topic, you should understand. So what I can do is I can actually link the blue one over here, and then the green one, this one will be my resultant velocity. Or I can actually, this line I can actually link over here, and the green one will become my resultant velocity. Either one will actually give you the same answer, correct answer. Both is correct, but I find out this one is easier. Because what? Because if I know this one is 240, right? So inside here is 120, easy. Since this is 5, so this one will be 10. It's exactly this line. Now you want to find the magnitudes of the resultant velocity, means you need to find what is the velocity here. So do you see a triangle here? So you can use the cosine rule. So what I will say is, I will say the magnitude is basically equals to, this is cosine rule, a squared plus 10 squared minus 2, 5, 10, and then cos 120, and then square root the answer. Okay, this is how I get the magnitudes. So 5 squared plus 10 squared minus 2 multiply 5 multiply 10 multiply cos 120. Make sure you calculate it in degree, and then you will get the answer, which is 5 square root 7, or you can leave in the decimal, which is 3.64. Yep. Oops. No. 5 square root 7 in decimal is not this one. I'm wondering why the number is so small. Okay, so it will be 13.2. Yeah. So if meter per second. Alright, you're not yet finished. You only finished the magnitudes. Now you need to find the bearing. So you need to find the bearing of the resultant velocity. So what I need to do is I will need to actually, since I know here is north, right? The north is over here. So what I need to do is, in order to get the bearing, right? I know here to here is 180 degree. I need to plus this angle. So now my objective is actually to get this angle. So yeah, let me erase some of it. Just do not want so many diagrams here. Okay, so what happened is, since I want to find this angle, I will use the sine rule. So I will say sine delta over opposite length 10 equals to sine 120 over this velocity we have already, 13.2. Yeah, then I will just find the angle over here. Yeah, using the calculator, sine 120 over 13.2 multiply 10, and then I move my sine to the other side, switch sine answer. This one is basically 41 degree. So the whole bearing should from here to here, right? The whole thing here. So your bearing should be 180 plus 41. So it'll be 221. This one is your bearing. I hope you can get it correct for this bearing. Okay, so if okay already, then we will move on to the second part. Okay, so yeah, this is just the 2-mark question here. So a car traveling east along the route. So you have a car here. Velocity of the car is basically 38 km per hour. So passing through a lorry traveling west. So this one is east. And then you have a lorry traveling through west. And then velocity of the lorry basically is 56. Okay, write out the velocities of the lorry relative to car. So normally I will write the triangle out, velocity, lorry relative to car. And then here I will add equal, here I will add the plus here. Whatever letter here will be velocity of L here. And then do you see you have a C here? So this is velocity of the car. Okay, just depend which one you actually want to call it positive or negative. I mean, in this case, it doesn't matter so much. So let's say, okay, going east, I call positive. So let's say going east is positive. Then going west will be opposite direction, isn't it? So going opposite direction, you will get negative. So what I will try to do here is, since this is what I want to find, So since this is going west, I'm going to like call this one like negative 56. And then this one is velocity of lorry relative to car plus this one going east will be positive, right? So 38. So I move this one to the other side, is minus 56 minus 38. This is velocity lorry relative to car. So velocity lorry relative to car, you will get negative 94. Negative 94 means what? It means the speed is basically 94 km per hour going west. Okay, because negative means going west. Right? Okay, so basically this is how the thing is going. Okay, so yep. So let's move on to the number 8. Okay, for these questions, the point A and B lies on the line L, and then the line through the point C, which is the gradient 1/6, will meet L and D, calculates. Okay, so I find the L first, so I will find the equation L. So now my objective is to find the equation of L. So every time you need to find the equation, you need two information. You need a gradient and you need a coordinates. So I will find the gradient first. So I use y minus y over x minus a. So this one is basically you will get a 3/5. All right, so now I have the gradient 3/5. And then I can randomly pick any coordinate. Let's say I pick 3, 7. Then I form the equation y minus y1 equals to m x minus x1, which is a 3 here. So I can easily get my equation here. So this one will be 3, it will be minus 9/5 plus 6, plus 7. So yeah, equation should be 3/5x. This is 35. 35 will be plus 26/5. Yeah, I hope I got the things correct. Okay, so then what I do next is, this is the line L. The line L actually will through the C, which the gradient 1/6, meet the line L at the point D. Okay, so what I will do is, over here I will form another equation and then I will do simultaneous. So I will use back this formula, y minus y1 m x minus x1. So y minus -4 plus 4 equals to m x minus 6. So yes, this is 1/6x. This one will be -1, -1 minus 4 minus 5. Right, so these two equations actually they will intersect each other at a point D. So in order to get D, I will just like do simultaneous. Equals to 1/6x minus 5. Alright, so yeah, the whole equation looks so messy here. I'm trying to multiply 30 for the whole thing. So this one will be 6/18 x plus multiply 13, 36, 36, 36. Wow, just use calculator. 5 multiplied 30. 156 equals to 5x minus 150. So you will get 13x equals to plus 150, 306 divided by 13. No, something wrong here. Because this is not the answer I should get. Okay, let me just double check here. Yeah, the value here, yeah, I guess the value here, this is wrong. 3/5x. Six, 5, 7, 5, 35. 35 minus. It should be 24. Minus 5, it should be 24. Yeah. Yeah, yes. I guess it's because of the gradient here. Thanks for that. Yeah, I got it now. Yeah, this one should be negative. This one should be positive. Then this one should be 44/5. Yep. And then this one should be 44/5. So here will be 3/5x minus 1/6x equals to -5 minus 44/5. Yeah. I guess so. 3 over 5 minus 1 over 6. Yeah, 13 over 30x equals to negative 5 minus 44 over 5. Negative 69 over 5. So x is just multiply 13 over 13. What? I just can't imagine I do so many mistakes here. I hope I don't. This is negative. Stupid. Okay, so negative 3 over 5 minus 1 over 6. Yeah, this is 23. Yeah, so, yep, negative 69 over 5 multiply 30 over 23. Yeah, finally. What happens to me? So y is 16, multiply 18 minus 5. So you can easily get the y here. 3, y equals to negative 2. So the coordinate d is just negative 2, 18. It's just 18, negative 2, I mean. 18, negative 2. Okay, so yeah, so the equation of the line through the d and perpendicular to this line. So through the d, you should have the coordinate d here, which is here. Perpendicular to this line, so what you need to do is change it into the y equals to mx plus c. So y is basically 2 over 3x plus 10 over 3. So since the gradient here is 2 over 3, the gradient here is 2 over 3, you want to get the perpendicular gradient, so m2 will multiply 2 over 3, you should get negative 1. So m2 is just negative 3 over 2. Then you can form the equation easily by using the coordinate d. So which is the y minus the y1, which is y plus 2, equals to negative 3 over 2, x minus 18. Yeah, just solve this equation and then you can easily get a 2 mark here. So this is negative 2x, this one will be 9 plus 27. 9 plus 27 plus 27 minus 2 plus 25. Okay, so yep. Number 9, the gradient is proportional to the grades when you take MF. The gradient should be negative. Yes. I got it. All right, so yep. Then okay, this one, integrate this one. So for E is actually quite simple. So what you need to do is you copy the whole thing, and then you're trying to imagine if you differentiate the power. I mean, you differentiate the 2x plus 1, you basically will get 2, right? So you just write over 2 plus c. Then you're done already. But of course, if you want to write nicely, you can actually, you do not like over 2, you can write like this is 1 over 2 e power of 2x plus 1 plus c. Okay, this is quite easy. Okay, given that x equals to this one, ln x equals to this one, ask you to find dy dx. So what you need to do over here is basically you just do u and v. This is u, this is v. So u is x, v is basically ln x. So differentiate the u, you will get 1. Differentiate the v, you will get 1 over x. And then I will apply into the formula for dy dx, which is the v multiply the du dx minus, okay, just let me write something you can understand. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, because if I write like this, you might disconnect here. Okay, so here I write du dx, which is 1. This one is dv dx, which is 1 over x. Okay, so v multiply du dx minus u multiply dv dx over v square. This one is basically the formula. So v I have already, my v is ln x. My du dx is just 1, minus u is just x, dv dx is 1 over x, over v squared. Alright, so yeah, so here is just like ln x minus 1 over ln x squared. Okay, because I see the word hangs and I see this pattern, so I try to change this equation into this pattern. This is ln x over ln x squared minus 1 over ln x squared, isn't it? So one last step, simplified. This is 1 over ln x minus 1 over ln x squared. Right, and then the question asks me to integrate this thing. So if I were to integrate this one, I will separate them. Integrate 1 over ln x minus 1 over ln x squared plus I integrate 1 over x squared. Because what? Because if my dy dx is equals to this thing, you just imagine if I add the integration symbol for both, this is exactly this one. Do you find out? So if I integrate dy dx, what will I get? I will get a y here. So that means the whole thing here, you will get a y here. Yeah, the whole thing here will get a y here. And you have your y. Your y is basically is x over ln x. So what I will do over here is this one will become x over ln x. Yeah, x over ln x. Plus, I integrate this one. If I integrate this one, I will get, yeah, this is x power negative 2, right? So it should be negative 1 over x. Yeah, you just integrate x power negative 2, and then power plus 1, x power negative 1 over negative 1. So then this one will become negative 1 over x. Okay, plus c. So if you want to write it nicely, of course you can rewrite it. You can rewrite it. Okay, this is how you do this kind of question. Okay, for number 10, yeah, we still left 2 more questions. I hope. Wow, still have 3 more. Okay, so let's solve this question. So yeah, cotangent basically equals to 1 over tangent. So this is 1 over tangent 2x minus 10. And this is degree equals to 3 over 4. So therefore, tangent 2x minus 10 equals to 4 over 3. Basically, I just flip over it. Okay, so yeah, then you can move your tangent to the other side. Just inverse tangent 4 over 3. Then you should be able to get some answer here. Tangent 4 over 3. Yeah, you will get some angle here. 2x minus 10 equals to 53.1 degree. But because tangent will get positive in the first and third quadrant, third will be 180 plus delta. This is just delta. So plus 180. So this one will be 233.1. And then I'm trying to rotate one more round. That's mean. When I say rotate one more round, I mean this one need to plus 360. This one need to plus 360 also. Why I want to rotate 2 rounds? Because I see a 2x here. Okay, so yeah, plus 360. So you will get like 413.1. This is 4. Okay, and then this one, 360 plus 233.1. And then you will get 593.1. All right, then all the angle here, I will plus 10 divide 2 to find x. All the angle here, I will plus 10 divided by 2. Plus 10 divided 2. And then this is 58.1, just nice. And then, oops, sorry, no. 53.1 plus 10 divided by 2. Yeah, that one is wrong. Okay, so yeah, this one should be 31.6. And then 233.1 plus 10 divided by 2. This one will be 121.6. And then this one, 413.1 plus 10 divided by 2, you will get 211.6. And then this one, 593.1 plus 10 divided by 2, and then you will get 301.6. And you'll find out all this angle is between 0 to 360. So you should have 4 answers over here. Okay, so I hope you can actually get the idea how to do this one. Then I will go to the next one. Okay, so since you see something like this, so I try to change everything in cos law. Because we know the formula like sine square plus cos square equals to 1. So sine square will equals to 1 minus cos square, isn't it? So therefore, I will change it 1 minus cos square x minus cos square x. What happened? Cos square x equals to cos x. Okay, so yeah, we just apply it. So 1 minus 2 cos square x equals to cos x. So I make here 0. 2 cos square x plus cos x minus 1. Then we just factorize it. This is 2 cos x. This one will be cos x. And then over here, this one should be 1 and 1. This one should be positive. This one should be negative. All right, so I will have 2 cos x equals to 1. So cos x equals to 1 over 2, or cos x equals to negative 1. Cos x equals to negative 1 is very easy. It's 180. You just use the calculator. And cos x equals to 1 over 2. You have to know cos will get positive in the first and last quadrant. So x is just equal to 60. And last quadrant is 360 minus angle, right? So it's 300. 360 just minus 60. Okay? Okay, so, okay, function. Okay, so first thing is state the range of G. G must be bigger than 0, right? So basically it's very easy. So yeah, so what you need to do is basically you just sub the 0 into the x here. So I'll do something like G0. So I will get 0 minus 1 over 2. So I will say G must be bigger or equals to negative 1 over 2. Because here give me a negative 1 over 2. Okay? Explain why G1 does not exceed. So does not exceed mean it will do something to do with math error. So, okay, in order to make it math error, in order to make this equation math error, x cannot equal to 0. If x equals to 0, because any number divided by 0, you'll get math error. So what I'm trying to do, G1 first. I substitute 1 into the G. So I get 1 minus 1 over 2. So G1 is 0. If G1 is 0, so FG1, this one equals to F0. But because x cannot be 0, because x is 0, then you get math error. So you can say x must be bigger than 2, because here he's saying x must be bigger. Yeah, must be bigger or equals to 2. Or you could straight away write the symbol lah, must be bigger or equals to 2. Then you get 1 mark here. Here they will give 1 mark. Here they will give 1 mark. Or you can just say denominator cannot be 0. Yeah, you will get 1 mark also. The explanation, they are not so particular. So you just make sure you can get the explanation mark. Okay, so show that gfx equals to this one. So basically what you need to do is substitute fx into the gx. Okay, substitute fx into the gx. Okay. So gfx will equals to, my gx is what? My gx is x squared minus 1 over 2. X squared minus 1 over 2. The x here, I will substitute my fx, which is x squared minus 2 over x. Okay. x squared minus 2 over x. Yeah, then I try to solve this part. So the first thing is the over 2 here is very troublesome. I will try to take it out, become 1 over 2. And then I expand here. This is x power. So okay, let's see. This is x power of 4 minus 4x squared plus 4 over x squared. Okay, I just expand the bracket thing and then minus 1. Oops, I will just write minus 1 inside the bracket, it's easier. X squared minus 1. Alright, then I will just simplify them. So the first one, this is just x squared and x, this is x power of 2 minus 4 plus 4 over x squared. And then this one should be minus 1. Okay, then I will just solve this one. Okay, I want to live in this pattern. So my g of x, my half will multiply with x squared. So I get half x squared. And then b is just a number, right? So negative 4, negative 1, negative 5, negative 5 over 2. All right, and then half will multiply with this one. So I will plus 2 over x squared. Done. Okay, I hope you can get the idea how to do this. All right, this one, 1 mark, state the domain of g f x. Okay, this one is a bit tricky because even you find out the function for g f x, it's a bit hard for you to get the idea like what domain you want. So what you need to do over here is, in order to do this part, you actually get the like common range, common domain for both of them. Okay, what do I mean here? If you have a number line here, this is 0, this is 2. For fx must be bigger than 2. And gx, this is fx. And gx must be bigger than 0. Bigger than 0. So you need to find the area which both of them also have. Meaning both of them, g and f, both of them also need to be bigger or equal to 2, isn't it? Because both of them also from here onward they are the same. Meaning they have something, they will share the common domain. So this is how you do this part. So therefore, gf must be bigger or equal to 2. Okay, so yeah, then for this part, show the f inverse. Okay, this one is a bit tricky because what we know is fx is basically equals to, what is my fx again? X squared minus 2 over x. X squared minus 2 over x. Okay, this one, if you try to make x as a subject, it's not possible for you to do. So what I will do over here is I will let fx equals to y. Then y basically equals to x squared minus 2 over x. And then I will multiply x here. So I will have xy equal to x squared minus 2. Then I move everything to the other side because it looks like quadratic. Minus yx minus 2. Okay, if I assume this is quadratic, then I know my a equals to 1, my b equals to negative y, and my c equals to negative 2. This is a, this is b, and this is c. Okay, why do I want to actually assume this one as a quadratic? Because the answer they want me to show, this is a quadratic formula. This formula actually is the negative b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. You will find out this formula and this formula is very similar. So because of this, so the quadratic idea actually come into my mind. And then you don't see any minus here, so I'll ignore the minus here. Then I will apply because I want to make x as a subject, right? So I will try to apply here. Negative b means negative y plus square root of b squared, which is the y squared, negative y squared, minus 4ac. 4 multiply 1, multiply negative 2, divided by 2a, 2, 1. So if I solve this one, I get y plus square root of y squared plus 8 over 2. This is x. And what is my x? Because fx equals to y, right? My x basically is f inverse y. Now I sub f inverse y into here. I will get y plus square root y squared plus 8 over 2. Since the question asked me to show about x, I will change all my y into the x here. X squared plus 8 over 2. Okay, then I will write short. Yeah, this question is a bit tricky, so I hope you can actually get it. Okay, so far so good. Before we move on to the last question. Okay, let's go into the last question here. So the diagram will show a shape made by the cutting equilateral triangle. So since this is equilateral triangle, I will do some remark here. And then the length is x. So I know this is x here, and here will be x, here will be x. Right, so the perimeter of the shape is 20 centimeter. So I know perimeter for this one is basically is x and then plus, I do not know what is here. Okay, I'm going to call it y. This one will be y. So it will be y plus x plus x plus x. So it will be 2y plus 3x. And I know my parameter is 20. It's given 2y plus 3x. So I try to make y a subject. So 20 minus 3x equals to 2y. So y is basically 20 minus 3x over 2. Okay, I call this one as my first equation. Because the question asked me to show that the area, show that the area is given in this one. Okay, so in order to find this area, my logic here is I will use the rectangle. I will minus the triangle. I will minus this triangle. Okay, so in order to minus that triangle, of course, I need to know how to find the area of triangle. So since this is equilateral, I know this is 60 degrees for each, because all of the angle will be the same. This one will be x and x. So I will use the half AB sine C formula to actually find the area of triangle. Okay, so so therefore, in order to get the area here, rectangle is just x multiplied y minus area of triangle, which is half x sine 60 degree. Okay, so then I have my y, I will substitute into here definitely. This is x multiplied 20 minus 3x over 2 minus this is half x squared. Sine 60 is 3 over 2. Okay, just in case if you do not know. So I try to simplify here and look like the things I want. Okay, so this one maybe I can separate. This is 20x over 2, so this is 10x. And this one should be negative 3x squared over 2. And then this one I minus, it will be minus 3 over 4 x squared. Yep, then I will just join them together. This is 10x, because this is, the denominator is 2, right? So I will multiply 2 here. I'll multiply 2 here. Okay, so this one will become minus 6x squared plus 3 over 4 x squared. Sure. Okay, so I hope you can actually get it. And then for second part, given that x can be varied, whenever you see something like this, you know you have to do differentiation. Find the values of x which produce the maximum area and calculate the maximum area in your two scientific figures. So, since I have this equation already, it's A. The question asks about maximum area, I will say dA dx equals to 0. So I just differentiate this one. So differentiate 10x will give me 10. And differentiate this one, 2, I will move in front. And it will become minus 2. And then, oops, not so easy. Okay, so no, I will expand this one first. It's easier. So my A equals to 10x. I multiply in, so it's just like minus 6x power of 4 divided by 4 plus square root 3 over 4 x squared. Yeah, because I realized differentiate this one is a bit easier. So dA dx, this one is 10. 4 move in front, you'll get minus 6x cubed. And then this one 2 move in front plus 3 over 2x. Okay, if the whole thing equals to 0, then I will do from here. Okay, this seems very big also. Let me see. Ah, no wonder. I don't have any x inside here. Yeah, because I factorized out the x already. Because the answer on the top here is just 6 plus. No wonder I realized all the answers is different. Okay, just do one more time. Okay, so from here, I will differentiate 10x, I will get 10. And then this one, 2, I move in front, will simplify with a 4. I will get negative, bracket 6 plus 3 over 2, x equals to 0. So 10 equals to 6 plus square root 3 over 2x. So x is just like 10 multiplied with 2 over 6 plus 3. Then you should be able to get your x answer here. Then you will get 20 over 6 plus 3. Which is 2 point, how many decimal? 2 significant figures, 2.6. Alright, then you need to find the maximum area. Then you just substitute into the area formula. So maximum area will equals to, sub into here. So you just like 10 multiply 2.6 minus 6 plus square root 3 over 4, 2.6 square. And then you should be able to get a maximum area here. So yeah, here will be 26 minus this one, 6 plus 3 divided by 4, multiply 2.6 square. Yeah, here will be something like 13.07. So 26 minus answer. Yeah, you will get 13. Yep, you will get 13 cm square. Okay, so yeah, this is how you get a 4 mark here. Calculate this maximum area. So whenever you get an x already, you just substitute it into it. It's so tiring to finish everything in like such a short time. So I will stop the screen sharing. Yes, and I see there's so many comments, and some comment is a bit terrible. Anyways, I guess we have some spammer here. So anyways, yeah. Just in case you miss any part of it, the YouTube will actually like automatic upload these videos to my YouTube channel like within half an hour. So you can just check it out. And yes, I guess tomorrow is your exam. You should rest early today. For relative velocity, I don't think I will do here. I have so many relative velocity videos. You just check it out. Even if I do it here, I can't make you understand in such a short time. Yeah, there's a Q&A section. So is there anything you want to ask me about the Q&A? Where the ship is lying with the boat? Is there any remainder theorem and factor theorem? Is just algebra. If you ask me like want to do a revision, you just remember for factor theorem, FA is equal to 0. Remainder theorem, FA equals to R. And the A actually you get from the factor itself. I mean you get from the divider itself. I have a video for remainder theorem, I guess. And remainder theorem and factor theorem, you can easily get so many videos on YouTube. Intersection of two sheep. I do make the video about intersection of two sheep. So you just go to my YouTube channel and then you're trying to search the relative velocity with matrix. But what I want to say about the intersection part is, you just remember, if two sheep, they want to intercept each other, right? They must be on the same time and same location. So it means what? It means whenever intercept happen, right, t value will be the same and the position vector will be the same. So normally for this kind of question, you will have two position vector. You just equal both position vector and then you use the metric method, you can easily get the t value. Because intercept means both of them will meet at the same time and same location. The time when the ship is north of the speedboat. Yes, for those like shifting, I think I make so many videos on my YouTube channel, about 10 videos. If you have time, maybe you can finish it. So can you go over the questions on differentiation about x increasing and that stuff? I think what you are trying to say is a rate of change, isn't it? You can go to check out my rate of change video. What is the formula for position vector? Position vector have no specific formula. Yeah, position vector means it's something like coordinate, but then they write in the vector form. Just go to my YouTube channel and type the relative velocity with matrix. And then I have so many explanations over there. Because, yes, such a short time, it's not possible to make you understand about relative velocity in such a short time. I'm not sure did I do the paper 2 2016 or not. 11B. Just let me check out that questions maybe. Paper 2 2016. One, 2, 2. 11B. Okay. Since student asked about this one, so I'm trying to like scroll down and see what happened. For 2016 May June question 11B, the one is a range in domain question. It's not relative velocity. But if you are curious about that question, just give me a quick one. The domain gx equals to x minus x squared, such that g inverse explain why x is bigger than 1 is suitable for the domain. Yeah, this is just the 1 mark questions. So for these questions, yeah, someone is asking, okay, so what I'm trying to explain about, what I'm trying to say is about, whenever you want to make the g inverse axis, right, you always have the u graph. The u graph over here, you will only take part of it, because u graph, right, you cannot have inverse axis because it's many to 1. You see 1y, actually you will get 2x value. So you have to cut from the minimum point or maximum point there. Okay, so many of you do not yeah, I have a video on how to find domain and range. I just uploaded it like two days ago. Please make sure you check it out. And since tomorrow is an exam, just don't panic on those questions you not understand. Yeah, you should expect on IGCSE paper, like or this paper, they will have 20% of the question is very difficult one. So normally you have 5 to 6 mark question is out of your knowledge one. Those questions they expect you can't do one. So you don't panic on those questions. You just imagine only like 6% you cannot do. You still score 94, right? If you got all other correct. Because so many students, they are so panicked on like 1 mark or 2 mark question, they cannot understand at all. So what I'm trying to say is those questions, you just let it go. You do on those questions you can do, you still get A star. If permutation and combination come out already, I don't think they will come out again. Yeah, for range, for inverse axis, right? This one actually, I think I do explain about it on the domain and range video. You just check it out. Okay, imagine 1. Okay, maybe we just have a look one of the paper here. Actually, I'm quite tiring because my class is from morning until now. But since a lot of you asked about function question, and I try to like explain one more function questions here. Imagine paper 2. Which is not some technical issue here. Wait for a while. Zero 06 2016, which is 16 summer. Okay. Okay, so let's have a look on one more function questions because there are so many students actually ask about the function thing. So I'll just share the screen about this function question. Yeah, I hope you can actually see this one. And I also want to explain about the inverse thing because the student actually asked me about the inverse just now. Okay. So the first one is find the greatest value. This one, I guess all of you actually should be able to do. Because for this one, yeah, I guess you can easily find a maximum. But I want to explain about it. It's a part B. But yeah, it relates to the part 1. Okay, so in order to find the greatest, you have 2 methods. One method is you doing completing a square. If the is if the x is power of 2, you can do continuous square, or you can do the dy dx. So I think do dy dx faster. So I differentiate fx equals to 0 because I want to find a maximum value. So I differentiate, I will get 1 minus 2x. 1 minus 2x equals to 0. So basically, x will equals to 1 over 2. And then I will find my fx by substitute 1 over 2 into the equation here. Then I will get 1 over 2 minus 1 over 4, which is the 1 over 4. So I can know my greatest values of fx is 1 over 4. When x, okay, so value of x is 1 over 2. So I guess this one will give you 2 marks here. This one will give you 1 mark here. All right, so 3 marks total here. So I know my maximum coordinate over here should be half and 1 over 4. Okay, so now the part B, the domain for this one, gx actually is the same with this one. It's such that G inverse exceeds. So in order to make the G inverse exceed, right? Okay, this graph actually it will look like this. Then you will have a maximum over here, which is 1 over 2 and 1 over 4. Okay, in order to make the G inverse exceeds, right? They must be one-to-one function. Okay, when I say one-to-one function means what? One x value can only go into the one y value. So if I have the U or N shape, you can see my one y value actually have two x value. I have x1 and x2. This one is called many-to-one. Many-to-one cannot have the inverse function. So in order to make the inverse function do exist over here, so what I will do is I will separate them from the maximum. I will separate them from the maximum here. And they ask why x must be bigger than 1 is a suitable domain. If x is bigger than 1, that means I will take this part of it. If I take this part, my graph is only look like this. So no matter how I find the value x and y, this is one-to-one function only. And because the maximum at 1 over 2, right? So what x equals to 1 is somewhere here. Here is somewhere x equals to 1. So means start from here onward, this one is suitable to have the inverse. So if you want to explain why this one is just like 1 mark, you can say whatever thing you want. But normally if I want to say, I will say since the maximum value of x is 1 over 2, whatever value bigger than 1 over 2 is suitable. Yeah, I can say like that. This paper is 2016 paper, May-June paper 2.2. Okay, or you can say any value is bigger or equals to 1 over 2 is suitable to make the G inverse exist. Yeah, you can write whatever thing you want because the marking scheme will not explain about so much about why this one do happen. But just write whatever you think is makes sense one. Which variance? I think this one is the variant 2 is a variant 2. Okay. Yes, since some students asked about this, so I just like finish the C also lah. Okay, yeah, so I will not do this one. This is too easy already. I will do the K inverse. State the domain and range. So I say on my last videos about domain and range thing. For K inverse, right? If you want to find the domain of K inverse, you need to go to find what is the range of K. So I will need to know what is range of K. I only have domain of K. This X is domain. So my domain of K will equals to my range of K inverse. So I already have range of K inverse here. So range, right? So I can write my range here. My range of K inverse is basically just copy whatever thing, change the F to this one, 1, 1, 0, 1. Okay, now if I want to do the domain domain of K inverse, I will need to find what is my range here. So in order to find range, is very easy. Just substitute 1 into the K here. So I will just do something like K1. Then you will get 5 plus 1 minus 1 is 0. It's just 5. Okay, then I will do substitute 101 here. Then I do K101. This is 5 plus 100, square root 100 is 10, 15. So I know my range here for K should be between 5 to 15. And this one is the range of K, right? I say range of K will equals to domain of K inverse. So I will just say my X is between 5 to 15. That's all. Domain and range of inverse and range. Yes, it's just flip over. So you just remember the range of the K will equals to inverse of domain. Range equal to domain, domain equal to range. Something like that. If you still do not understand about that, please go to check out my my range and domain video, which I just uploaded like 2 days ago. I explained everything you need to know about range and domain. Okay. Yes, and my laptop is run out of battery, so I guess I will end the virtual. I will end the live streaming now, and I just want to wish you all the best before my laptop run out of battery. So yeah, just do your best tomorrow. Do not so worry about. But is it 5 point? We should explain more. Of course, the 5 point here, including everything you do for the K1, K101, all this they will give you 0.1. You just do whatever you can do to find all the value. You show you're working clearly, they will give you 5 mark 1. Integration under the area, I have video on my YouTube channel also. Basically, I think I cover most of it, but then for IGCSE, I don't make so much video about IG, but a lot of video is same with SPM1. I don't smoke. Definitely, I don't smoke. I'm a teacher. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, that one is a bit out of topic. So, yeah, I wish you all the best. The last minute, there's nothing much I can do for you. If you have time, go to watch my video. And it's possible trying to share my channel to a junior or whosoever. Yeah, I just hope more and more students can benefit from my channel. I guess that's all. Sleep well, eat some vitamin C, drink more water. Yeah, I will see you guys around. Yes, I have the playlist for all the IGCSE. Bye-bye. I will stop the broadcast now. Good night. Have a good sleep.